Hello, everybody. I'm Namrita. I will be handling biology with respect to KCET and NEET. Okay, so we will be learning each and every concepts in detail, which are most important with respect to your competitive exam, that is KCET and NEET. Okay, I know all of your minds and your stomachs will be filled with butterflies because whenever you hear the term KCET NEET, you think just it's like a very big thing, rocket science, hillstone, but it is never that. Okay, whenever you yourself judge the things when it is very difficult, then automatically the things during the process will become difficult. So just be cool and relax and enjoy your learning process. That is what I would tell you. Rather than getting score or getting the ranks, the most important is the way you gain your knowledge. Okay, the knowledge is very important. That goes on for your lifetime. Okay, so with that, and also you have to be very focused on whatever you're learning. Okay, just don't waste even a second. Now this is a high time for you to prepare and get ready for your exams. It is not like ಯುದ್ಧ ಕಾಲ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈಗ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. Correct? So just relax and start from fresh leaf to start. Just determine yourself. Don't give the time for anything else because this is the most important phase of your life. Okay, that has been told like a Veda Vakya for every one of you by each and every teachers, parent or guide, everything. Correct? So have a positive mindset, be optimistic in receiving the things and also in the process of your learning. Okay, note down all the important things. You have the key points while learning. Okay, that will make a beautiful notes and that itself will become a guide for you during your previous night for your exam. Okay, so always be focused, and with all these vibes, positive vibes, let us start with the first chapter. Okay, so that is molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, I will be doing this chapter for you now because this has more importance. Okay, this has more weightage. Yes, apart from this, there is another chapter like sexual reproduction in plants, principle of inheritance and variation. All these chapters are equal importance. Okay, for today's class, we will just start with this chapter, molecular basis of inheritance. All right, so now let us discuss what are the topics under this chapter and how is it distributed based on the weightage of the marks. Okay, so here we have this plan of 10 years, okay, right from 2015 to 2024. Okay, among these years, how many questions are repeated with each and every subtopic is what we are understanding now before we get into the chapter. All right, so the DNA, which is the first and foremost topic of this chapter. Okay, see this from this subtopic we have marks being repeated in 2015, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost all the years. So from the DNA subtopic, it's a very must question for you all to accept. Okay, so this question 100% you can expect. Okay, and in the same way, the replication, transcription, genetic code and translation, all these topics have more weightage of marks under this chapter. Okay, so in total, when we have to jot down the number of questions that are appearing in your exam is around approximately 5 to 8 questions. Okay, 5 to 8 questions 100% you will get from this chapter, MBOI, molecular basis of inheritance in the you will get 5 to 8 marks. For sure it is. Okay? So kindly be very much prepared with this chapter. Don't skip the chapter. I know at the end you will skip few chapters, but this is not the chapter to skip. This is very important. See, it is almost 5 to 8. Approximately when we take the average, 5 to 8 marks for sure we will get every year from this chapter. So for this year also, 8 questions, around 8 questions is in your pocket when you're thorough with this chapter. So now let us proceed the chapter. Okay, one by one, each and every subtopic in detail we will be learning now. Okay, are you all ready? Yes. So let us have an introduction regarding what are these subtopics in the chapter that we are going to concentrate. Okay, so we have DNA, search for genetic material, RNA, replication, transcription, genetic code, translation, regulation of gene expression, HGP, that is Human Genome Project, and DNA fingerprinting. These are the topics which we are covering under MBOI, molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, so this is one of the chapter under molecular biology. Correct? Now, what is molecular biology? What do we understand by the term molecular biology? We know biology is one of the fields in the science, correct? So, in biology, we have one of the topic that is related with all the organic compounds, organic biomolecules which are present in the human body or any other living organisms, their structure, their metabolism, their role of expression, okay, their interference, their regulation, all the concepts which are related to your biomolecule, which is studied under the field of biology, that is molecular biology. Correct? Though we are learning more on biology is nothing but the living organisms, study of living organisms. In molecular biology, there comes some chemistry. What molecules are present, how the process is taking, what type of reaction, what type of enzymes, catalysts are taking place, what are their role, correct? So all these things will come under the field of science or field of biology, that is molecular biology. Okay, now, so this is also the part of the life science. All right. Then, Warren Weaver. Warren Weaver was a scientist, okay, who coined the term molecular biology, who introduced this field in the biology. We know there are many fields in biology, correct? We have genetics, we have, reproduction, we have other fields. With respect to, when we take a particular field, we have many branches. In the same way, Warren Weaver was the first scientist who introduced the term molecular biology. There again, here it is your question for CET. Okay, first question in the first slide you will get, that is Warren Weaver, about Warren Weaver. They will give a couple of scientists, other scientists, and they'll ask who was the scientist who coined the or introduced the molecular biology. Okay, then that should be the answer, Warren Weaver. Okay, now, then, so here only one scientist, only one person is not enough for all the kind of developments in the field of biology. Okay, there he took all other scientists' help, and with this organization there was emerge of molecular biology. They were geneticists, physicists, and also chemists. Okay, along with that, many other scientific scholars were responsible in bringing out this broad field called as molecular biology in the field of genetics. Got it? Yes. Then, As soon as we hear the term molecular basis of inheritance, there it is nothing but it is having some information which is related to the previous chapter. What was the previous chapter? That is principle of inheritance, correct alva? So there we learned all the Mendel's laws, codominance, incomplete dominance, other, correct? And in this chapter of principles of inheritance, we had learned only the principles and the examples related to this. Correct. We learned the different processes which are happening. But in this molecular basis of inheritance, we are learning in depth of how exactly the process took place, what and all compounds were interfering in the process, what are the molecules, nucleic acids, nucleotides which are necessary for the formation of that gene, how gene transfer from one offspring to another, all the things in detail we will be learning in the chapter molecular basis of inheritance, correct? So here the DNA was said to be a double helical structure. So that was given by two scientists called James Watson and Francis Crick. Okay, these two were the scientists who exactly introduced that the DNA was a double helical structure. Okay, again with the various experiments which were going on, they had tried to discover that DNA was a double helical structure, and this began in the year 1953. There arises one more question here. So we have two important questions in this slide, Warren Weaver and also James Watson and Francis Crick. I also recommend you all to make notes on the scientists and the concepts. Like, for example, so if to write Warren Weaver, just make a tabular column, okay? Tabular column with the scientist's name, okay? Scientist's name on one side and what the concept meaning what is the introduction or what is the introducing the concepts by them, okay? So that you will write it down in the form of a tabular column that will help you for your revision purpose, okay na? So when you write down all the scientist's name and the concepts given by them, that will help you during your exam. Okay, because it gives at one sheet only you will get all the scientists' name, because this chapter has many scientists giving many concepts. Okay, it will be very hard to remember if you just blindly go on reading. You will have confusion. To reduce confusions, kindly make this tabular column. This is very helpful. Okay, so make this tabular column. Write the scientist's name on one side and the what are the concepts given by them, okay, on the other side. That will surely help you all. Okay, so these are the two important things which you have to remember. Now, moving on. We all know that DNA is the genetic material. So, for considering that DNA was a genetic material was not so easy. Now we can tell, because we have lots of books given, lots of notes, guides given, which is telling us the DNA is the important or the most prominent genetic material. Now how can we blindly believe on that? There were many experiments done to consider that DNA was genetic material. So we will also learn what were the experiments, how they concluded that DNA only was the genetic material. Ivelladukku ondu sakshida. Okay, that was done by various scientists, which we will be learning in the preceding chapter. Okay, so for now, let us have that realization that DNA is the putative genetic material. Okay, putative meaning that is a prominent or a popular genetic material and tata. Okay, na? So that DNA is present in most of the living organisms. Most of the living organisms, again, there is an exception. Most andre complete alla anta. Most, not complete. It is only including some. Now, what are the others? what do they have as the genetic material? Yes, it is one more nucleic acid, that is RNA. That is found mostly in viruses, correct? So that also we will be learning in the preceding chapter. Now, what is DNA called as when we abbreviate or give a full form? It's deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Correct? And in the same way, one more genetic material in the RNA, that is a ribonucleic acid. So this deoxyribo annado athwa ribo annado, it is based on the sugar molecule it is having, pentose sugar, correcta? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ deoxyribose sugar ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ribose sugar ಇದೆ. So based on that, this nucleic acid is given the name as deoxy and ribonucleic acid. Got it? So nucleic acid, Na ಇರೋದು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಟೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ nucleic acid ಅಂತಾನೆ, because these are the two types of nucleic acid, correct? So ಅದರ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರೋದು ಪ್ರಿಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಡಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿ stands for deoxy, R stands for ribo, correct? So here deoxyribonucleic acid has major function in acting as a genetic material only, okay na? But RNA long acting as an genetic material, it is also having function in adapting the molecule. That means it is acting as an adapter like in case of tRNA, which is popularly called as adapter molecule, correct? Structural and also catalytic molecule in various processes like translation, transcription, correct? So there and all, it is acting as a structural and catalytic molecule. Okay, this is about the two different types of nucleic acid. Here you can expect the question about RNA. Adapter, structural, catalytic functions ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So there you have to think that it is having adapter, structural and catalytic function only. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, which is not appropriate for the functioning of RNA. There you have to pick out the odd one or choose the correct one. Okay, na? So there is one more question now. Now, what from previous chapter we had studied about inheritance, correct? Inheritance alle odkomandi there. We studied heredity, variations, genes, genes transfer agutte from one organism to another organisms. Okay, all these bunch of data we have. But what is genes? Genes andre eno? Genes, we know that genes is carried from one person, from parents to offspring, from generation to generation. Now what are genes? Genes are nothing but physical and it is also called as functional unit of heredity. Okay, now it is a physical unit of heredity as well as functional unit of heredity. In this picture we can see that. So there is a cell. In the cell we have a nucleus. In nucleus we will find many genomes. Genomes are nothing but the chromosomes, correct? So when we zoom in, we can find this chromosomes in there. Now how are these chromosomes made? Again, they are made up of several DNA molecules, correct? So these DNA molecules are nothing but the set of genes. Okay, so whatever the data present in the DNA molecule is being preserved or called as genes. So genes, nothing but they are the instructions, they are having the information of what type of sequences are present, what type of arrangement is done in this DNA, correct? So it is having those instructions, and based on this instruction only the proper proteins are being generated in the further processes, correct? So it is having the instructions for coding as well as non-coding. Okay, genes, we can't tell that 100% of all the genes contain the information that can code for proteins. There are non-coding genes as well. Okay, they do not have any such prominent function, but they are necessary. Okay, they are necessary again in the structural or some molecular kind of structural organization. All right. So we have another term to be kept in mind, that is alleles. Alleles are nothing but they are the alternate forms of genes, correct? So these are having little differences in the arrangement of the sequences in the DNA. Now from that time I'm telling you there is an arrangement of sequence in the DNA. Now for you to understand, you have to have the basics of DNA. What is DNA made up of? Correct? Now further we will go. What is DNA? What is DNA made up of? How is it formed? How is it formed as a double helical structure? Correct? That we will be learning now. So before that, TTT Academy is in YouTube. Okay, please everyone utilize it for your best. Okay, so we are taking an initiative to help you in order to give you the proper information about your board exams, okay, your competitive exams. Okay, and you will also get a very quick information on whatever the changes or updates are given in your boards or your KCET. Okay, so we are giving you this opportunity to utilize with the help of this YouTube channel. Please subscribe it, like it, and also share it. This will be very helpful for you, because to revise whenever you want, you are very lacking in one of the concepts, you can just go into that video, browse it, then look at it how many ever times you want. You can revise it and also make notes. Okay, kindly subscribe the YouTube channel. And along with that, we have also WhatsApp groups, okay, Telegram group, and also we have an application in both Android and iPhone. Okay, so please install it, and there we have recorded classes. You will be able to take up mock tests. You have different sections for each and every subject that you are interested in or you are in need. Okay, there you can utilize it. Please join to the respective groups where you can get all the notifications. Correct? Though you can get it in your website, official website, but then it will be very difficult for you to go and check now and then. But if you have joined in our WhatsApp group, Telegram, or the applications, okay, there you will get an immediate information. Okay, you need not wait and go on check in the official website. This will be very helpful for immediate informations. Okay, so please do this as well. Okay, now let us learn about the DNA. Okay, so the first sub concept, important concept, which is having around 8 marks. Okay, 8 marks. Okay, out of 8 marks in this chapter, you may get 2 to 4 marks from this DNA concept only. 2 to 4 marks you will get from this DNA concept. Okay, so kindly concentrate about this subtopic now. Now let us start. What is DNA? Now till now we had learned the full form for DNA, that is based on the pentose sugar present. It is called as deoxyribose, isn't it? So deoxyribose nucleic acid. As we can visualize in this animation, what can we find here? We have 2 rods and stair-like structure. Correct? ಎರಡು ಕಂಬಿ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದನೇ, so we can find the stairs. This is a 3D structure, okay, and this is a 2D structure where we can find the 2 rods and stair-like structure. ಈಗ ಈ 2 rods ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, stairs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Okay, so the rods, you can see, ನಾವು ಮೆಟ್ಲು ಹತ್ತಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we need rods where we can have the support and then climb the stairs. Correct? In the same way, it is called as a backbone. Correct? Andre a stairs ke ಒಂದು backbone ಅದೊಂದು it is very important structure. Out of it, which is becoming very difficult for us to climb the stairs. If it is very small, fine, but if it is very length, it is height, we can't climb like that. It becomes very difficult. Correct? So adu backbone tara adondu strength tara. Correct? Now this both the sides is a backbone structure. Backbone anta kariteve. Now what is this backbone made up of? Backbone is made up of phosphate and sugar. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Phosphate ಮತ್ತು sugar is joined with the bonds to form a backbone for DNA. What are these stairs? Colorful stairs. It will be not colorful, just for the reference we have given that. That's all. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ stairs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? We have nitrogen bases along with the bonding hydrogen bonds irutte. So at the both the side we have bases. Correct? Nitrogen bases irutte eradunu. They should be complementary. Complementary andre eno? Complementary andre they should have the attraction between both with the help of hydrogen bonds. Okay, so how many bonds are needed? What are the nitrogen bases present? We will further learn. Okay, for now just think that there is a backbone with phosphate and sugar and nitrogen bases which are connected with the hydrogen bonds. Okay, now so this DNA is a double helical structure and it is also twisted like this. Correct? Hinge twist agide. It is twisted. It is not straight. It is twisted. So it is a double helical, twisted, and it is also called as heteropolymer. Now to explain this term only, I previously said you that DNA is made up of a backbone and also these stairs are made up of nitrogen bases anta. Now I think you all can understand that why is it called as heteropolymer. Iga polymer andre enu? It is a length or chain of nucleotides. Correct? Correct? Or it is made up of something which is repeated units. Correct? So here hetero andre enu? Different. What is different here? Come on, I said you the components now. Correct? Helical structurally components held in right? So that is sugar, phosphate and nitrogen bases. Now DNA is made up of all these three different polymers, different components. That is why it is called as heteropolymer. Okay, heteropolymer of deoxyribonucleotides. Now in this deoxyribonucleotides, we can understand there is sugar, phosphate and nitrogen bases together. Got it? That is why it is called as deoxyribonucleotides. Got it? Yes. And this is also said to be the largest macrobiomolecule. Okay, largest bio andre living system alliruvanthaddu, macro very large, biomolecule. Okay, so this DNA is also called as biomacrobiomolecule because this is measuring about 2.2 meters length. 2.2 meters ashtena anta ankobodu. Ashte is fitted inside the nucleus. Come on, nucleus is microscopic. Nucleus kanisutta, cell only is invisible. So in that nucleus has only a smaller part in the cell. In that nucleus we have 2.2 meters of DNA. Can you just assume that? No, it's impossible, right? So that is why regarded as largest biomacrobiomolecule. Got it? Then, So this is also called as molecular basis of heredity. That means this is a molecule, DNA is a molecule, and it is a basis for the heredity. Heredity andre eno? Transfer of the genetic material from one generation to another generation, correct? So that is why it can also be regarded as molecular basis of heredity. So in this slide we have these three important points to be remembered. What are those? So DNA ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿರೈಬೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೆನಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಹೇಗಿದೆ? ಹೌ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಟೂ ರಾಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಡಬಲ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್. ಡಬಲ್ ಹೆಲಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೆಟಿರೋಪಾಲಿಮರ್. ಹೆಟಿರೋಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ polymers like sugar, phosphate, nitrogen bases. Correct? And it is also largest biomolecule. And along with that, it is also regarded as molecular basis of heredity. Okay, this is with this slide. Now moving on. Largest macrobiomolecule anta karidvi, correct? Now with that, we have to compare. How large is it? From even microscopic organisms to macroscopic organisms. So for learning the length of the DNA, let us compare the different organisms with their DNA length. And whenever we have to give the length of the DNA, that is given in the terms of nucleotides or base pairs. The unit will always remain as nucleotide or base pairs. Nucleotide ಮತ್ತೆ base pairs ಇಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು length of the DNA na helpod. Okay, now this is the unit, nucleotides or base pair. Now bacteriophage lambda. Bacteriophage lambda, again bacteriophage is a virus which is infecting the bacteria, correct? So this bacteriophage lambda is one more species under bacteriophage. Okay, now another variant. So idralli eshtiದೆ? We have 48,502 base pairs. 48,502 base pairs. ಈಗ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಆ ರಾಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಎರಡು ರಾಡ್ ಏನಂದೆ ನಾನು? ಶುಗರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಂದೆ. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂದೆ ನಾನು? ಐ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ are nothing but nitrogen base pairs. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಹಚ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಹತ್ತಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟ್ಲುಗಳು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಿರುಪತಿ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೆಟ್ಲಿದೆ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಇದು, ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೆಟ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲೂನಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ DNA ಲೆಂತ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಈಗ ಮೆಟ್ಲು ಎಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉದ್ದ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಂದಾಜು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟ. ಅದೇ ಥರ DNAದು ಮೆಟ್ಲು ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲಿ? ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ DNA. Got it? This is the comparison. So ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯೋಫೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ in lambda. Here bacteriophage, this is only bacteriophage, not lambda species. Here in bacteriophage, this is a 5. Okay, 5 anta idana determine ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So 5 into 174. ಈ ಥರ this is some mathematical calculation. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we will get 5,386 nucleotides. 5,386 nucleotides or base pairs it is having, bacteriophage. So bacteriophage has lesser when compared to bacteriophage lambda. Okay na? So idralli nimge yav tara questions barbodu? I think you only know now. The bacteriophage lambda. Okay na? This is just a diagram given. So here are the questions what you can expect. You can expect the number of base pairs. You will get many options with different numericals. you have to be able to identify the correct base pairs ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ. So this is the question you can expect, okay, in the type of MCQ. So ಅದೇ ಥರ in E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have 4.6 into 10 raised 6 base pairs. How many it is? 4.6 into 10 raised 6 base pairs ಇದೆ. So in the same way ಈಗ DNA ಬರೋಣ, which is ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ DNA. ಈಗ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪಿಕ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ DNA. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 3.3 into 10 raised 9 base pairs. Here the type of question varies when you consider this human DNA. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಎನ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ನ. ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ 2n ಅಂತ, ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ 3n ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟು ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 3.3 into 10 raised 9, what will you answer for ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್? ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ. ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಿಮಗೆ 6.6 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಅದೇ ಥರ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಗೆಮೀಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಝೈಗೋಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಊಸೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಊಸೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಊಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ತಾನೆ? ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಊಸೈಟ್, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಡ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ 2n ಇಂದ n ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ n ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಊಸೈಟ್ n, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಊಸೈಟ್ n, ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ದು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ in that way you have to remember each and every cells ploidy. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅವೇರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ದು ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಇನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದ್ರದ್ದು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಊಸೈಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಎಂಡೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ನಿಮಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ 3.3 into 10 raised 9 base pairs ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ E. coli ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ DNA, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿ ಲರ್ನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ DNA ಓದಿದ್ವಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? DNA ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು, ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ DNA ಅಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ನಮಗೆ, correct? So now I would also again tell you that there is a revision commencing from December 4th. Okay, na revision classes na commence marta idivi from December 4th, where we are freshly starting with a quick revision of all the chapters, okay, which is very helpful for you to make notes on the important concepts and to crack it very easily. Okay, na? With that, we will move on to the next topic, that is structure of polynucleotide chain. So ಈಗ DNA ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಪಾಲಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಓದಿದ್ವಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಹೆಟಿರೋ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಅಂತ ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. Now what is this polynucleotide chain? Poly is nothing but polymer, nucleotide, polynucleotides. DNA is made up of polynucleotides. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ DNA ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್ ಆರ್ DNA is one and the same. So what are the components present? What are the components present in the polynucleotide chain? Okay, or also which is also called as DNA. Polynucleotide chain has three different elements or three different components. Okay, now, so that is pentose sugar, okay, pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphoric acid. So these three are the components present in the DNA. ಒಂದು DNA molecule ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we need all these three elements, all these three molecules ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು DNA ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So this nucleotide together, pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphoric acid together, we will be calling it as nucleotides. Nucleotides are the complex biomolecules which are made up of these three other components. So here you can visualize the structure. Okay. See? So this is one nucleotide. Fine. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, the parallelity 3' to 5', 5' to 3'. ಇದು parallel anti-parallel nature. ಓಕೆನಾ? We said there are 2 rods. ಈಗ ಇದು 2 rods ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಹೀಗೆ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಎರಡು ರಾಡು, I will point it 3' and 5' at both the ends. Okay, so one rod I will take 3' to 5'. Okay, and one more I will take like this. Okay, where 3' will be positioning at the posterior end. Here one more rod ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು 5' ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಆಂಟಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲಿಟಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? DNA shows anti-parallelity and complementary. These two are the very important terms. Okay, so ಏನಿದು, I will just tell you that DNA is anti-parallel in nature and complementary. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? So here one nucleotide is made up of one phosphate molecule, one sugar molecule, and nitrogenous base. So ಈ ಮೂರು ಸೇರಿ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಸೈಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಶ್ಯೂರ್, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 3 components. 3 components together makes it a complex biomolecule. That is called as nucleotide. ಯಾವ್ದದು 3 components? These are phosphate, sugar, and nitrogen bases. These 3 are the very important components under nucleotide. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ these 3 molecules in ನಾವು organic structures ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? These organic structure has giving us the information that it is made up of nucleotides. All right. So what are the 3 different components? Pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid, we can also call it as phosphate. Okay, don't get confused. ಇದೇನು ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಫಾಸ್ಫೋರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸೇಮ್. Phosphate or phosphoric acid is one and the same. Okay, so ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? Pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphoric acid. PNP makes what? N. Nucleotide. NT ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ನೆಮೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. PNT ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೆನಪಾಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ pentose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate group of phosphoric acid. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? Yes. So this is the structure for a double polynucleotide chain. ಇವಾಗ ಅವಾಗಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ polynucleotide chain ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಡಬಲ್ polynucleotide chain ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದ DNA ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. This is the DNA, full length DNA. Daktidyಾ? So this DNA, when we draw, of course, we can see there is two simple parallel lines running, but it is always twisted. Daktidyಾ? ನಾವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ it is really difficult. For the purpose of understanding, we have drawn in this way. Got it? So this is the very important diagram when you also study under board exams and also for the KCET or NEET. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So this structure is giving you the total information about the nucleotide. Nucleotide ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? See, this is one nucleotide. This is one nucleotide. This is one nucleotide. This is how many nucleotides are there? 4. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? 1, 2, 3, 4 ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ನ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನಿಮಗೆ 4 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ DNA ಲೆಂತ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನೀವೀಗ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ 4 ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓನ್ಲಿ 4 ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ದ DNA ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಈ ಥರ 1, 2, 3, 4 2 1. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ DNA ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 2 units. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಗು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪಾಲಿನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಚೈನ್. So when this question is asked, they may ask the labelings ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೇಬಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ವಾಟ್ ಈಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1, 2, 3 ಅಂತ. Now what is 1? 1 is phosphate group. What is 2? Sugar group, pentose sugar. What is 3? Nitrogen base. See it very closely. ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. See here? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕಿರೋದು ನಾನು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕಿರೋದು ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಾಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಲೇಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ MCQs, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. 1, 2, 3ಗೆನೆ ದೇ ಕೆನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಪೆಂಟೋ ಶುಗರ್, ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮಿಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಶ್ಯೂರ್. ಈ ಥರ ಟ್ರಿಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೇಬಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ but they have labeled for the hydrogen bond. ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ and base ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿಟ್ರೆ then you will lose marks. Okay? Be very sure while attending these type of questions during your exams. So that is hydrogen bond. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Yeah. Next. So nucleotides examples ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ we have to learn about the nitrogen bases first. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ATP, GTP ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇವಾಗ. ನಾವು ಯು ನೀಡ್ ದ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ATP ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಡೆನೋಸಿನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್, ಗ್ವಾನೋಸಿನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಡೆನೋಸಿನ್, ಗ್ವಾನೋಸಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿನ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಿರಿಮಿಡಿನ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ATP, GTP, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್, PNP, ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ? ಸೊ ಅಂಡರ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ATP ಮತ್ತು GTP. ATP and GTP. Okay, these two, ATP and GTP, are very important nucleotides because they function as energy currency of the cell. Okay na? So namige yavdu currency? We have money. Correct? Money idre we can buy, sell anything. Correct? Adhe tara nam body alli currency yavdu? It is ATPs and GTPs. These two are very important currencies. And adali ATP, it's like 2000 rupees note, which is having more important, and GTP is like 500 rupees note. Okay na? So ATP and GTP are nothing but energy currencies in the cell, in the body. So ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ಎನಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಮನಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೈ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಸಿ, ಕಣ್ಣದು ನೋಡಿ ತೊಗೋಬೋದು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೂ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಆಫ್ ATP. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ATP ಕೂಡ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟಾಗಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ನ, ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಅಸ್, ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ಲಿ invest our money in different type of fields, correct, which are necessary, unnecessary, ನಾವು ಏನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬ್ಲೈಂಡಾಗಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ these cells will very efficiently utilize the ATP molecules, because to generate ATP molecules is very difficult in our body. Again, it needs whatever food we are taking, no, that it should convert. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ಫುಡ್ನ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ATP ಬರೋದು. ಆ ATP ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವೆದರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್, ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ದಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಇನ್ conserving the ATP molecules. Got it? Yeah. And the nucleotides has also function in transformation of information in the cell. Transferring the information in the cell. Correct? Nucleotides alirode, it's nothing but they are the minute components of the DNA. Correct? DNA andre na already ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ genes. Correct? So of course genes are the hereditary in function. In the same way nucleotides will also take up in transferring the information of the each and every cell. So now we will learn detail structural components of DNA. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಓದಿದ್ವಿ, PNP ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್. ಸೊ ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, DNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಇದೆ, RNA ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ we will be learning now. So pentose sugar has two types. What are the two different types of pentose sugar? That is DNA and RNA. Ivaga, when we compare with the molecular formula, we will understand. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, C5H10O4 ಇದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? C5H10O4. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, C5H10O5 ಇದೆ. That means here it is deprived of one oxygen. Correcta? Deoxy andre enu, deoxy, deprival of one oxygen. That means it is having one lesser oxygen when compared to ribose sugar. Gottaಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Simple molecular formula, C5H10O4 ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ, deoxy when you remove one oxygen. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಬೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ O5, one oxygen is present extra in this ribose sugar. So pentose sugar ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು two types, DNA and RNA are the two different types of pentose sugar. ಅದನ್ನ pentose ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, because the presence of 5 carbon. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ pentose sugar ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. 5 carbons ಇದೆ. Okay na? That is why it is called as pentose sugar. It is having two types, DNA and RNA. Okay. So the structure ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಆವಾಗಲೇ, pentose sugar because it is pentagon in structure with 5 carbon ring. Correct? This form is also called as furanose form, which is having 5 carbons and 1 oxygen in the ring. Okay, this structure, it is also called as furanose. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So again furanose, remember the question, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ terms ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ molecular names ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, chemical names, then you have to identify that as furanose form ಅಂತ. Okay ನಾ? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ structure, they may give the structure and identify what structure it is ಅಂತ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ MCQs ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಪೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? even that chemical structure is there. So here you have to be aware that it is having 5 carbon and 1 oxygen. Okay, this is a pentose furanose form, and along with that remember the second position of the chain or the carbon ring. Second position ಅಲ್ಲಿ carbon ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, hydroxyl ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, that is OH group. Hydroxyl group is attached, and at the fifth position, you can see there is carboxyl group. Correct? So illi we have this change with respect to DNA. Deoxyribose andre eno DNA. DNA alli OH badlu it is replaced with H, that is hydrogen. Okay, we have two hydroxyl groups. Here we have only one hydroxyl group. Remaining the structure remains the same. Okay na, structure eradu same ide, but only second position alli eradu structure alli second position alli illi OH ide, illi enide illi H ide. Deoxyribose avagale helidvi oxygen ಒಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? That is why here OH hydroxyl group is being replaced by hydrogen. ಇಲ್ಲಿ hydroxyl group ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay na? So here again this is very important because hydroxyl group is where actually it is giving the opening. Andre it is receiving different other atoms ಅಥವಾ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಇದು. ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅದರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ unstable, and this is DNA is more stable because of the OH. Okay, so these are the 2 pentose sugar. ಈಗ deoxyribose sugar alli the hydroxyl groups, again another question for your MCQs. hydroxyl groups ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. you can expect it. Okay, so remember the carbon atom numbers 1 3 5. Okay na, 1 first one allide 1 3 and 5. So there are 3 regions in DNA. 3 regions in DNA which is having hydroxyl group. Okay na, hydroxyl group are present in 3 different regions in DNA. Correct? DNA, that means deoxyribose sugar alle ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ನಾನು. In the same way, in DNA, deoxyribose sugar ಇದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ one deprival of or removal of one oxygen ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ deoxyribose sugar ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಲ್ ಬದಲು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಈಗ ರೈಬೋಸ್ ಶುಗರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು that is been filled up again. So second position ಅಲ್ಲಿ hydrogen ಬದಲು hydroxyl ಇದೆ. So that makes 4 different positions of hydroxyl in RNA. That is ribose sugar. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ನಿಮೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಆರ್ ಎನ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, RNA it is having oxygen 5 ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯೂರನೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ 4 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ 1 2 3 and 5. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ DNA ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ, 4 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂರನೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದು 1 3 5 ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ replaced with hydrogen instead of OH. So this is the mnemonic or a short note for you to remember quickly. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Yeah. So with that I would also like you all to inform again that kindly install the app, utilize it for the best because it is made for you people only, and just contact these given numbers for further informations. And admissions have also been started for the upcoming year 2025. So kindly register. Those who all can register, please come for the offline classes. That will be more effective because we are giving individual attention, and also we are solving many important questions based on the previous year question papers, model question papers, and we are also providing study materials, and we are also giving you all the recorded sessions. Okay, recorded sessions that you can make use of it when you study at your home. Okay, and along with that we are also covering each and every concept, each and every bit in your chapters. Okay, so kindly admit your friends and also tell them about the admissions which are being started. Okay, and along with that you can also attend mock tests, okay, which are given weekly. Every week you can attend mock test, theory test, board exam, everything. So that will be more and more advantageous for you. Okay, so kindly take this admissions for TTT Academy. See, this is our classrooms. Infrastructure is also very well maintained with AC classrooms and smart boards. Okay, so along with that, as I already mentioned, we have WhatsApp channels and also applications, Telegram groups. Okay, and study materials, which is also a great utilization, a source of knowledge for you, which is very shortened and needed information is only given, which is not taking much of time of yours while studying. So all the subjects study material is being introduced. Okay, all PCMB subjects are there with respect to your board and as well as for your competitive exams, which has most of the important questions only. Okay, which has been repeated. And along with that we have a different courses, that is KCET batch separate ಇದೆ. KCET ಜೊತೆಗೆ NEET ಕೂಡ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ for your competitive exams, you can choose based on what you have selected. Okay, KCET separate course irutte, so KCET including NEET is also available. And along with that, as your exams are nearing, we have also introduced crash courses, okay, which is giving you a complete revision for all the subjects. Okay, so please if any queries, contact the given number. Okay, with that we will be continuing the next chapter, next concept in the next class. Thank you all.